Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to upload a listing that was written in Webforms. So through Treb, you're going to log into SkySlope Forms, which will bring you to this screen. You're going to click on Apps, and you're going to click on SkySlope. That's going to bring you to the agent.skyslope.com page. Scroll down until you can see the Create New under Recent Listings and Transactions, and you're going to click on this and select Listing. So we're creating a new listing in SkySlope Suite. That brings us to the Sky Listing Assistant to enter our information. We're going to click on Enter the Listing. This is very important. Since we have written the offer in Webforms and not SkySlope Forms, we're actually going to have to manually enter a lot of information. So I'm going to go to Address Lookup. I'm going to use 5700 Yonge Street, which is the office address. You are going to have to enter your property address, including the unit number. This is an complete by Google address field, so just keep typing until you see the property address for your listing. I'm going to select this. You're also, if it's not available in the drop-down menu for any reason, you're able to switch to manual entry and manually enter the fields for your property. Once again, unit number is a separate field, so if that's relevant to your property, please enter that as well. For the purposes of this, why don't I go ahead and put 1900, which is also our unit number at the office. I'm going to click on Let's Go. It automatically pulled some listing information that is not relevant, so I'm going to say this is not the listing I'm looking for. Now, for your use case, if you do have an MLS listed property, this can pull in some data. So if it is the listing that you are working with, then you can click on This is my listing and it will auto-populate some information. I'm going to click on This is not my listing. The next screen is what checklist is going to be applied. So my listing was for a property that was for sale. I'm going to click on Listing Sale. If you listed a lease property, you would select Listing Lease. And if you had a double-ended for sale property, you would select Agent Double-Sided Deal Sale. So listing sale is what I'm selecting. How much was it listed for? I'm going to say $999,999. That was my listing price. Yours will be different. So this is what it was listed for in MLS. It's going to ask for commission information. In this section, I click on flat commission. I'm going to click on switch to percentage for both. I'm going to enter some dummy information, but you should enter the information that you had in the listing agreement with your seller. I'm going to click on Next. So how long was this listed for? Listing date is the go live date for the listing, and expiration date is, of course, the expiration date for the listing. All of this should be in your listing agreement. We're just going to map this here. You're going to have to manually enter information like seller name into your into these fields. So I'm going to enter, actually I have a seller named Bob Buyer. I'm going to click on that. If it was a company, you would have to switch to company seller. And if you have more than one seller, so husband and wife, you can add additional sellers using this button. Okay, so this is the review screen. You can review all the information you entered. If everything looks good, you click on Create My Listing. If not, you have to click on Back. So there's still some work left. We're going to click on Create My Listing, and we're going to have to manually upload all of the documentation into these checklist items. So predominantly, actually let's just say the required fields are obviously required. So you're going to have to do these for every single listing. But if any of the if applicable fields apply to your listing, you're going to have to come in here and do that as well. Okay, there's two easy ways to do this. If you already have the documents split, meaning the broker full MLS is its own PDF, it's as simple as dragging and dropping that PDF into that checklist item. So just click and drag from your local machine into broker full MLS, for example. If you have to split documents, right? So there are situations in which the agreed paperwork is all one big PDF. You want to split it. Come into Documents. Click and drag that gigantic PDF into this section so you can see the dotted lines indicate that it's ready for drag and drop. Once you've done that, just click on Split, wait for it to load. And it's as simple as selecting the page ranges for the individual documents, naming those documents, and selecting the checklist items. So if you have multi-page documents, you're going to see multiple options here. You can go add row if you need more sections and need to assign more documents to more checklist items. Once that's done, make sure you click on split and assign, and that will automatically assign those documents to the checklist items. So keep going until all of your required items are complete. If you have any if applicable items, you will also have to submit those. That's for your listing.